We are the overthinking but underdoing generation.
I want to be a doctor in 10 years, but I need money now, so I don't see how working at this restaurant is going to help me, so I'm not going to do that, but then you don't do anything. So much equation of job and career with purpose and value of your life.
And security. Hey guys!
Hey!
I'm Sarah.
I'm Kaitlyn.
And we are your best friends.
Woo! Today we are doing a part 2 to a very popular video on our channel, what to do after high school.
Yeah. So in this one, the other one was really good and powerful, but I know from our comments, some of you are just craving, okay, what do I actually do with my time after high school? And we're gonna kind of address two different people in this video. But before we do all of that,
please subscribe to our channel. We are officially at 1,000 subscribers. We are so grateful for all of you guys. You are our best friends. And
yeah,
we are just so happy to have you here.
Check out our Instagram at YourBestFriendsFam. And then also our website if you want to see why we do what we do, which is at yourbestfriends.org. So let's get into this, because this video, I want y'all to just get some real nitty-gritty advice, real practical ways that you can make money, that you can be being smart before college, in high school, in college. Let's get into it.
So we mentioned that this what to do after high school is for two different types of people. The first group of people is people that you're frustrated, you're complaining, you feel like you don't know what to do after high school, but you're really just not doing much right now regardless. Like your life's a little idle, you're not taking any steps. Maybe it's because you don't know how, maybe it's because just being human and you're being a little lazy. And then the other type of people is you want to work, like you want to get there, but you're just confused. You want a strategy, like how do I conquer the rest of my life, because I just graduated high school and I don't know the steps. So first we're kind of going to talk about the first person, but you're going to get gold and insight in both of these regardless of who you are, and you probably have a little bit of both of these tendencies in you.
For a lot of the people who've been commenting, I would say that what comes to mind is some of y'all, it's easy to comment on a video like, I need help, I need advice, I don't know what to do after high school. But the truth is, you might just be really lazy, and that's as much as you've done, is you've actually just told somebody that you don't know what to do. And I want to give you permission and let you know that your hunger has a role to play in your future. Things just do not happen. A few tips that I can give you is, one, your hunger has a role. You can start, and you should start, looking up things, researching different careers, researching things to do with your time. But while you're doing that, you could be working. You could be getting a job with your local coffee shop. For guys, one of the coolest jobs and best jobs that make good money is valet. That's a great job for you guys out there. Uber Eats, all those jobs that you can kind of create your own schedules. And then any job that you can apply to. And you always want to be working if you're complaining that you don't know what to do. And while you're working, also be researching and thinking. Like, that's a problem, is some of us just don't think. So like, if you want to do something with your life, start thinking, what do I like to do? What am I good at?
I think the point is, even if you're not sure if what you're going to do relates to your career, like getting a job at a valet, or if you're not sure how it's going to play, like, don't be idle. Take a step somewhere, be producing something, even if you're just not 100% sure where it's going to lead you. Proverbs 14:23, in all toil, so work, there is profit, but mere talk tends only to poverty. You can be talking and you can be telling people that you don't know what you're doing and that you're frustrated and you're feeling pointless, and some of that's good, like we can help you. But if you're just talking about it, there is no profit in that. All there is poverty, emotionally and
you're
literally.
Constantly talking about your lacks while not giving any energy to doing something about it.
And actually what's crazy is, I just remembered this. There's a psychology study that says that the more that you talk about your goals, the less likely you are to achieve them. Because sometimes talking about it tricks us into thinking that we're doing something about the problem. And I know I've been guilty of this. So stop talking, get a part-time job, get good people in your life, start going for it, and go to God. Like, take steps.
In our other video, we mentioned God. That was a big focal point of that video. And I do encourage you to watch it if you have not yet, because it'll alleviate you of a lot of lies. But along for you lazy people, we'll call you lazy people, who we want to give you permission to think, and we want to tell you that you should be doing something. Another thing that you need to be doing is asking God. Because my senior year of high school, I was sad that I didn't know yet what I would be majoring in college. I don't know. It's just not something I wanted to go into college and not even know what I'm there for, not even know what I'm paying for, right? So I started asking God, what should I major in? And the next few weeks, I actually had a class, and in that class, we took this little personality thing, and boom, marketing popped up. And that was just cool because it was where I was going to start putting my energy into. God might not do that exactly the way it happened for me, for you, but he will do something. And he wants to do this journey with you. He's not a deceiver. He's not a liar. He wants to be your friend. And so stop wasting energy talking idly and at least go to God. And as you're going to God, and as you're working, and as you're meeting people, and as you're adjusting the way that you speak, oh goodness, watch the transformation. And in all of that, I just want to say, think about it. So think about the journey you're on. Think about what you've been thinking. Evaluate. Yes. You know, I used to think everybody thought about things, but no, not all of y'all think deeply and interpret and try and figure out what's going on here.
What is this job teaching me?
Exactly.
Like,
what are the odds that I met this person that connects me to this? What are, you know, not everybody thinks that way. So start thinking that way.
Even too with your marketing thing, I went through the same thing. Like, a lot of people were saying in the comments, I feel such a pressure to figure out my major and my passion or my purpose. I told the story last video about how I thought I was going to be a doctor, and I just realized I didn't want to do it anymore. And I prayed about it, and I didn't even take the time to evaluate and realize that all of a sudden that shift in heart was actually God guiding me. Because if I would have been a doctor, we would not be doing YouTube right now. So it's weird, but I myself didn't even take the time to say, whoa, this whole big life change plan is because I went to God, and now I see it. Back then I didn't. So just like what you said, he might like connect you with people in different ways or reveal it to you, but it's still the same.
And you won't see it if you're not thinking. It's like God could be doing things, but if you're not thinking and looking out for it, well, then that's just equally not as helpful either.
That was for you people who are just, you got a lot of free time right now. But now, for people who, how would you describe these people?
Y'all just want practical ways. Like, okay, how can I make the money? What do I do with my time? Tell me practical things. I'm listening to your guys' advice. It's really great. But like, what can I be doing? This is going to piggyback off of what we just talked about. But first, if you want to be doing something, get a job first and foremost. Because I think the hard thing for this generation, you know, our struggle is going to be to not believe the lie that you have to perfectly align yourself right now so that you'll be successful, and it's like going to be this perfect projection. Just because it's getting us to stop. Like, it's getting us to not do anything. You might not get this random job because you're going to think, well, how will it end up to this? Like, so then I'm just not going to do it. And that's a lie. All successful people, they did not start, and I'm sure there are some, I don't care. Most of them did not just start in a perfect spot that got them to this perfect place. And I'm sure most of them ended up where they're at and they weren't even expecting it, because they were just doing something, and then eventually that led to meeting this person, to doing this, to picking up on this skill, this talent, this idea, and it led to the success. But a lot of us, unfortunately, we compare to the success, we compare to the end of somebody else's journey, and so we don't do anything because we're thinking, well, maybe if I take this on, it's not going to lead to that. And we are the overthinking but underdoing generation.
Because you don't know how getting a random little job at a gym or as a babysitter or just something, if you are looking out, how it will either connect you to your next step in life or how it is going to teach you something that God's trying to show you.
Yes.
And that comes with evaluating. Once again, you have to have open ears and be looking out. But I see now all the little part-time jobs that I had that I thought were just random and were just getting me money showed me so much about life, helped me with what me and Sarah are doing now, led me and taught me things in different ways. So I think the point is, don't think about 5 years ahead.
Don't do it. It's what's stopping us. We are freezing our tracks because we know too much, but we don't do anything.
Literally, just take it like one step at a time, like 30 seconds at a time, because some of us are thinking 10 years in advance, which that's not to say long-term planning is bad, but you think like, I want to be a doctor in 10 years, but I need money now, so I don't see how working at this restaurant is going to help me, or working at Starbucks is going to help me, so I'm not going to do that, but then you don't do anything. That's kind of the point we're getting at. Stop thinking so far ahead and also have some eyesight into what is actually going on in your life right now, and God will guide your steps. I think that's why we're saying go to God, because you actually can't control where you're going to go. Like, you just can't. So
yes, you can.
It's not in your hands if you want to be a doctor. Like, life could happen.
Yes.
A hurricane could hit and your medical school bills can fall out.
That's
So
true.
There's a proverb that says, the plans of the heart are from man, but the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. If you're thinking 10 years ahead, you really think you have it figured out. You actually don't. So you just need to take it, what's in front of me right now, at a time.
The peace of the Lord will help you make decisions. Like something that may seem like you shouldn't have peace about, getting this random job or saying yes or no to this opportunity. If the peace of the Lord is there, it will not matter how it logically seems, because the whole logic thing, it will freeze you up. So be doing. The first thing y'all can be doing is do something practically. Just get a job and go to God with it, just like what you were saying. And then the other thing is, I knew a very successful man. He was a close family friend and he passed away. He built up an empire, millionaire. The way that it all started was he just became a plumber. He came from a very poor family and he became a plumber. And what is he doing? He's just doing that job. Until one day, turns out he needs another employee, and then he needs another employee, until he has an empire, a plumbing company, and he's so wealthy and he has so many clients and they're working so much that he doesn't even have to be a plumber anymore. And now he's a millionaire. And everybody would compare, they might look at him and say like, he's just so smart, he just is this, he's so rich, and they don't even realize that it just started because he was just doing something. And that's the blessing that the past generation has, is that they were way less emotional, it seems, and they just did things because they just had to get a job and had to do something. We kind of have the blessing of a lot of knowledge and the blessing of wisdom, in that we can know more through more technology, but it also is a big curse in that it holds us back. So let that story encourage you that just take the first step. Do the first step with God and do not think about the next 10 years, because it's right what you're saying. When life hits, somebody dies, you get sick, anything can happen. Because of that, we'd rather just go to the Lord, and rather than taking security in these false illusions and this false security of whatever.
And I think security is a really good word too, because I think the vibe that I was getting from a lot of the comments is like, I don't know what my purpose is, or I don't think any of the majors in college are my purpose. So much equation of job and career with purpose and value of your life.
And security.
Up until this point, you've probably thought that, I know I did, that my life's purpose is the job that I'm going to get. God can use the job that you get to reach people, to help people, but it's not where you find your security. Like we're saying, things could crumble tomorrow. That's not to scare you, but that's to say we can't be stuck on the hamster wheel thinking that if I just get the right major and the right job, then I'm at peace, because then you're never going to be at peace. You are always going to be reaching for the next thing and scared that you're going to lose what you have now. So also just don't believe the lie either that you need the perfect job in order to fulfill your life's purpose, because you are much more than just an employee.
What you're seeking is you really just want, kind of what you're saying, you really just want peace and you want to be happy. Because, and if you don't see that, then I'll show you. That's what you actually want. But what this world offers you to cover up for what you're actually seeking is the next thing.
Yeah.
So for you, you're thinking that you're going to get the peace and the security and the joy. Oh, when the new year comes, when this big new thing comes, when I get it, okay? And that's not actually what you're seeking, because those things will never actually give you that inner peace that you want, that alleviation of the anxiety, or the alleviation of like, what's my purpose? The next job, the next perfect plan, the money, it will not give you that. It will temporarily satisfy you, I'm sure, some people longer than others, but it will not ever be that permanently for you. That's the whole point of, don't let the fact that you can't control life scare you. It's actually to break you from this illusion that, you guys, like, it really is true. Here we're trained to just go to the next and then the next and to the next, but one day you die, and so all of those next things, what's it for? It was like a waste of energy almost. So what then do we want you to do? We want you to shift your eyes to see that if you go to God and if you actually are hungry for it, that's the thing, is we can't force you to want a good life. Nobody can force you to want to search and actually understand and know your Heavenly Father God who sent Jesus Christ. We can't do that for you. But if you're curious enough and you go to Him, you will receive peace, joy, and security that cannot and will not be shaken or uprooted, because He's the Creator, He's eternal, and He made this whole world. He made you, and He made you for a purpose. So if you go to Him, then we find that when you start doing life and you start doing things, everything has purpose, because you know the one who gives purpose to it all, versus being a scared person just trying to find my purpose. God wants to give it to you, baby. He wants to give it to you.
When we say like joy and peace, it doesn't mean though that like you're not going to have sad days, or you're not going to have messy moments in life, or you're not going to like lose the job that you were working towards. Life is messy.
So messy.
But the peace of God, which is not like the peace of the world, but the peace of God actually surpasses understanding. So it's not based off of, oh, I have the peace of the Lord because I'm in a great job right now. It's literally peace, like things can fall apart and it's okay because my house was built on the rock. Watch once again our first video because we go more into this. I think our YouTube channel is a really good example, because people could look at us and compare and think they found their purpose. And I love what we do. Like, it's an amazing blessing and a gift from God to be able to do this for my life and to do this for our ministry. But if it all crumbles tomorrow by the Lord's will, I don't feel purposeless. I don't feel like I have lost my purpose in life. This might be my career. It's not my purpose. It's a blessing which the Lord uses so that we can help people. And so I just wanted to bring in the example of the YouTube, because I could see even people comparing to us thinking, oh, they're so passionate about it. They found their purpose. They found their life. Well, this could fall apart, but my purpose is as a child of God with eternal security in Jesus Christ. It's not because I have a great ministry.
It's not reliant on this ministry. This does not give me life. God gives me life, and out of that I pour into this. And if it crumbled tomorrow, I would feel the same way.
So don't compare to us, all right?
Yeah, definitely don't compare to us. And I was going to say two things. Yeah. Okay, that just reminded me of my last point. My last point was that don't compare, you guys, because I'm really not kidding. I mean, I do it too, but like, it is a sad, sad joke to compare to somebody else's end journey, because unless you know them personally, it's really not worth comparing to, because they could be liars. Like, it could be all on social media. They could still have emotional turmoil.
They could be in credit card debt.
Yeah, you have no idea. But also because God wants you to know your journey, and for you to love your life, and for you to know Him. And to just be comparing to somebody else is really, really silly. And I think you wanted to tell them and alleviate them about the fact that on our comments tended to seem that they were comparing that other people were secure.
That was all over the comments.
Like a lot of our comments were the vibe of they feel like everyone else has it figured out and they don't. And that's really not true, because like even most adults don't have it figured out. I've never met somebody who says I have it all figured out. And if they do have it all figured out, at the same time they know they don't, because life is just crazy and whack. So it's just a horrible lie, like to fall into, to compare or to think that everyone's figuring it out and you're not.
Then the last thing is just get good people in your life. Go to church, find some good people. Sarah called this a grandpa factor when we were doing our notes, but the people that you surround yourself with, okay, grandpas say it a lot because it's true, they reflect what your life is going to look like. If you're surrounded by mostly people who don't have a lot of purpose, who are just down, who aren't doing much, you're gonna pick up on that. I know Sarah's always been my best friend. She's a big reason why I am the person I am. She's hugely impacted my life without even realizing it.
Wow.
Because that's what happens when you surround yourself.
When you link up with purpose.
God gave us people on purpose.
Yeah.
We're not actually supposed to carry this burden of what do I do in life alone. True. Like, figure it out with people. God puts people in your life too. That's sometimes how he speaks through you. So
100%.
Find good people.
This is just equally as important of a tip as anything else, because you guys, if you don't have friends that you enjoy and that lift you up, and if you have not experienced the beauty and being able to share with somebody your struggle, then that's actually what we want to hone into even before the whole like job stuff, okay?
Yeah.
Because that friends and family is everything. Having that fun is everything. That's the joys in life. Other than that, I don't really know what is. I mean, some things will last a little bit, but nothing will ever outlast the joy of having friends and family that will carry the weight of walking through this tough life together. So go to church and ask God to start revealing to you friends, bringing into your life friends, getting a community. We want that for you so badly.
So badly.
So with that being said, if y'all apply these tips that we just told you, I mean, you're gonna have a beautiful life. You will be set up. Please do apply.
Apply. Don't just hear. Apply.
Apply.
Every single one. Take notes. Watch again.
Yeah, actually. So if you guys want, please do subscribe to this channel, like this video, and actually, we don't always say this, but share this one with a friend.
Yeah.
Share it with a lot of people, okay? Because a lot of our friends are so lost and actually seeking answers, and they don't even know it. And they don't know that there's a girls named Sarah and Kaitlyn who all we want to do is give people answers that their hearts and spirits are craving. So share this with a friend.
And follow our Instagram at YourBestFriendsFam.
Yes.
For more life-giving, practical advice.
Yep. We love you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Oh, yeah.